Hello students and welcome to the fourth part of chapter 14 sources of energy. So in last lecture we have studied about biomass and wind energy. Today in this chapter this video we will talk about non-conventional sources of energy or alternative sources of energy. So let's start. With technological progress, our demand for energy increases day by day. Our lifestyles are also changing. We use machines to do more and more out of our tasks. Our basic requirements are also increasing as industrialization improves our living standards. Okay, so day by day, when new technology are implemented, then our lifestyle and our standard of living is increasing, and with increasing standard we require more and more amount of electrical energy. Activity 14.4. Find out from your grandparents or other elders that how did they go to school. So your parents are went to school, I think, by walking or by their bicycles. And how do you go to school? You are going to school with Activa, a car, or maybe in a school bus. Then second, how did they get water for their daily needs when they were young? So they go to river or wells to collect water. And how you got your water? You got your water from bore or by using submersible water pump. Third, what means of entertainment did they use? So they are meeting with each other like social gathering, group meeting. They are watching drama, live drama, fairs. There are festival celebrations, etc. They used to do in for their entertainment. And what you do? You have your mobile phones, laptops, computers. Most of the times, beside it, you have television, so you can watch movies in multiplex. These are some entertainment zone for you. Now compare this answer with your task. Is there a difference? If yes, in which case more energy from external source is considered? So yes, it is very different from our standard, that they are using very natural methods whereas we are using very modern methods. For example, they were used to go by walking or cycling, so there is no pollution caused at that time, but we using school bus, car, or activas which emits very harmful gases in the environment. They get water from river wells, so we are collecting water from our groundwaters which requires electric pump or submersible water pump which requires electrical energy. Then their entertainment is very simple, but we are using very screen time, mobile time, computer, theaters. All these are very harmful for our eyes also during the long time. As our demand for energy increases, we need to look for more and more sources of energy. Yes, they were using very less amount of energy for entertainment, for getting water, for going to school. They don't require much of electrical energy, but we require lots of energy compared to them. So to meet the energy demand, we require more and more about energy sources. We could develop the technology to use the available or known sources of energy more efficiently, and also look to new sources of energy. How can we can use those sources that are more efficient. They are producing very less amount of smoke, they are very less harmful to the environment. So by implementing new technology we can modify these energy sources, and we can maximum use the energy from that sources and reduce the waste which are generated from that sources. Any new source of energy we seek to exploit would need specific devices developed with that source in mind. We shall now look at some of the latest sources of energy that we seek to tap, and the technology designed to capture and store energy from that source. Okay, so now we will study about the newly latest sources of energy. So first and more demandable source is solar energy. Okay, the sun has been radiating an enormous amount of energy at the present rate for nearly 5 billion years, and will continue radiating at that rate for about 5 billion years more. So 5 billion means very large. So sun is very good source of energy. If we can use that solar energy and convert it into very good amount of electrical energy, then it will be very beneficial for us. And it is renewable energy also. There is no less pollution also. I will not say no, but there is very less pollution. Only small part of solar energy reaches the outer layer of Earth's surface. Nearly half of it is absorbed while passing throughout the atmosphere, and the rest reaches the Earth's surface. So solar energy, for example, 100% energy are emitted, then the 50% energy will be absorbed while passing from the atmosphere, and the other 50% will reach to our Earth's surface. So we have to use only the part of that other 50% energy. Now activity 14.5, take two conical flasks and paint one white and the other black. Fill both with water. Place the conical flasks in direct sunlight for half an hour to 1 hour. Touch the conical flasks. Which one is hotter? You could also measure the temperature of the water in the two conical flasks with a thermometer. Can you think of ways in which this finding could be used in your daily life? Yes. First conical flask is painted white and second conical flask is painted black. In both conical flask, you will pour same amount of water. Conical flask means like this. Okay, this type of substance or chemical instrument is called conical flask. So when you touch both the conical flask, which one is will be hotter? So the black with painted conical flask will be find hotter. Which property is used in solar cooker and solar water heater? So black surface will absorb more heat energy as compared to white surface, so it is very good for absorbing solar energy. So yes, can you think which way this finding could be used in your daily life? So wearing black colored clothes in winter and white color clothes in summer will be very beneficial for you, because in winter what happened, there will be very cold. So if you have black colored cloth, then it will absorb more solar energy, so you will feel warm. Whereas white color energy will absorb very less solar sun energy. So during summer when there is very hot around us, at that time you white color cloth will absorb very less amount of energy, so you will feel very cold inside your body. White paint on the outer wall as well as white coating on terrace helps to maintain 2 to 3 degrees Celsius low temperature inside the house during summer. That's why people are putting that chuno like that of white color. Mostly you can see their house inner wall are white as color, because they absorb very less amount of energy, so inside they will feel very cool. A black surface absorbs more heat as compared to white or a reflecting surface under identical conditions. Solar cookers and solar water heaters use this property in their working, so their surfaces are painted black so that they absorb more amount of solar energy. Some solar cookers achieve a higher temperature by using mirrors to focus the rays of the sun. Solar cookers are covered with glass plate. Recall what we have learnt about the greenhouse effect. Does this explain why a glass plate is used? Yes, in greenhouse effect what happened? Yes, for example, there is one shade, okay? So energy when comes inside, but they will not go outside. They will be stored here. So ultimately what they will do, they will increase the temperature of this area. Same things are happen in the same things are happen in solar cooker also. In solar cooker, if we cover it with glass, this is glass, then inside solar energy could not come outside, and the inner part of the solar cooker will become hotter for a good amount of time. Okay, so this is why glass plate are used to don't allow the solar energy to come outside and cook the inside solar cooker food very fastly. Activity 14.6, study the structure and working of a solar cooker and or solar water heater, particularly with regard to how it is insulated and maximum heat absorption is ensured. Design and build a solar cooker or water heater using low cost material available and check what temperatures are achieved in your system. Discuss what would be the advantages and limitations of using the solar cooker or solar water heater. So first of all, why glass sheet is used? So the glass sheet is used because they will create greenhouse effect. How is that heat reflected into the box? So by using mirror we can collect the rays of the sun into a particular point. So in this state, light energy or solar energy will be converted into heat energy. What temperature should be achieved? So around 65 degrees Celsius or 150 degree Fahrenheit temperature should be achieved. This temp that okay, so we can do that. The temperature of the water in solar water heater is determined by combination of collector area and the tank capacity. Typically it would be 50 to 60 degrees Celsius, which is much hotter than the bathing water temperature, which is around 40 degrees Celsius temperature. Okay, so now there are advantages and disadvantages of solar cooker and solar water heater. First advantages we will discuss. So they are using solar energy which is available free of cost. We can save fuel gas by using it, and their limitations are these devices we can use only during the daytime, that during the night time there is no sunlight, so we cannot use this instrument during night. These devices are not useful in cloudy days and at night, because at cloudy days we could not get enough amount of solar energy. So it is easy to see that these devices are useful only at certain times during the day. This limitation of using solar energy is overcome by using solar cells that convert solar energy into electricity. Typical cell develops a voltage of 0.5 to 1 volt and can produce about 0.7 volt of electricity when exposed to the sun. A large number of solar cells are combined in an arranged called solar cell panel that can deliver enough electricity of practical use. Okay, as you can see in this type of figure, there are large amount of solar cells which are grouped and they form solar panels. The principal advantages of associated with solar cells are that they have no moving parts, require little maintenance and work quite satisfactory without the use of any focusing device. Another advantage is that they can be set up in remote and inaccessible hamlets or very sparsely inhabited areas in which laying of a power transmission line may be expensive and not commercially viable. So these solar cells are very helpful because when we get much amount of solar energy, during that time we can store excess amount of energy by using these solar cells. So it will be store our energy and we can convert that solar energy into electrical energy from these solar cells. So this is advantageous in that remote part which are very far away, and the laying of power transmission lines may be very expensive and it is not commercially possible. So at that time if we place a solar panel there, then by solar panel the sunlight will come there. So by passing very few length wire, we can use that solar cell panels and convert it from it solar energy into electrical energy. Silicon, which is used for making solar cells, is abundant in nature, but availability of the special grade silicon for making solar cells is very limited. The entire process of manufacture is still very expensive. Silver used for interconnection of the cells in the panel further adds to the cost. So silver is very expensive, which these solar panels, silicon from which these solar panels are made, and they are very expensive material. In spite of the high cost and low efficiency, solar cells are used for many scientific and technological applications. Artificial satellites and space probes like Mars orbiters use solar cells as the main source of their energy. Radio or wireless transmission systems or TV relay stations in remote locations use the solar cell panels. Traffic signals, calculators, and many toys are fitted with solar cells. The solar cell panel are mounted on specially designed inclined roof tops so that more solar energy is incident over it. The domestic use of solar cells is however limited due to its high cost. So in our household we are using very less amount of solar cells because they are very costly. But nowadays, due to the in what I call advancement of technologies, there is very change in this solar cell design, and its efficiency is also increasing. So day by day people will be using more and more solar energy to get electrical energy. So it is a very good source of energy. Okay, you can use it at traffic signals, calculator, toys, almost many ways you can use this solar cell with solar energy and convert it into electrical energy. So by that you are saving lots of amount of fossil fuel burning and like non-renewable energy sources. So now with few years, our mainly focus is to generate electricity from these type of renewable sources of energy, because they are easily available, they are very less expensive compared to non-renewable energy sources, they are infinite in quantity, and also they are very less harmful to our environment. So by considering future and this global warming or greenhouse gases effect, if we want to reduce this pollution like air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution like that, then our focus and our energy generation should be shift from renewable energy sources. Very good future oriented energy sources, and lots of research is going on currently to improve their efficiencies and use these energy sources more efficiently. Okay, so today whole lecture I discuss about the solar energy, how solar cell, how solar cooker work, black color how absorb more solar energy, then solar water heater, like that. Okay, so solar energy is the most important source of energy. In spite of its disadvantages, still we can use more and more solar energy. Okay, so in exam you have been asked to write short note about solar energy, so please prepare this solar energy concept very well. Okay, it is very easy, you have studied this concept still till your very early standards, so it is very easy. Okay, so read this concept, and if you have any doubt then you can ask me during our live lectures. Okay, so I hope this lecture will be very helpful for you. Okay, yes. This do you know, yes, this black yellow box is not there will be no questions will be asked in this yellow box, so it will, you don't need to prepare from this box. Okay, it is just for your knowledge. Let's read that. India is lucky to receive solar energy for greater part of the year. It is estimated that during a year India receives the energy equivalent to more than 5,000 trillion kilowatt hour under clear cloudless sky conditions. The daily average varies with 4 to 7 kilowatt hour per meter square. The solar energy reaching unit area at outer edge of the Earth's atmosphere exposed perpendicularly to the rays of the sun at the average distance between the sun and earth is known as the solar constant. It is estimated to be approximately 1.4 kilojoule per second per square meter or 1.4 kilowatt per meter square. There will be no question asked. Okay, so you don't need to prepare this yellow box. These solar panels are made inclined. Why they are made inclined? Because directly sun rays are coming, that they make 90-degree angle with the solar panels, that's why they are inclined around some angles like 15 to 20-degree angle, they will be inclined. Okay, so that's all for you. Thank you for the lecture, and now next lecture I will teach from energy from the sea, which is topic 14.3.2 energy from the sea. Okay, so see you.